Hello everyone and welcome to another Premier League review show on Football Talk Podcast. My name is Ozzy and I'm the host for today's show. Not much has changed at the top of the table after match week 7. Liverpool remain in number 1 spot. Arsenal secure another win as they beat Southampton thanks to a Saka Masterclass, and Man City were tested against an informed Fulham and narrowly got the win. But there's plenty of other moments to discuss as I'll be reviewing all the games in match week 7. This episode is also a calling show, so if you'd like to come on and have your say, a link has been pinned in the live chat, so feel free to join and I'll get you on after the match week 8 predictions. So let's start with the first game of match week 7, the midday fixture between Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. In the first half, Nketiah almost opened the scoreline in the opening minute, but unfortunately he was ruled out for offside. But then minutes later, Liverpool broke the deadlock, and what a great team goal it was. It all starts from Tsimikas, who produced a sublime ball that cuts through the Palace defence. Gakpo hits an inch-perfect low cross in the danger zone. Jota comes driving in and pretty much hits it with the outside of his foot through the keeper's legs to give Liverpool the lead. Liverpool, after that, had majority of the possession and were in control of the game, but Palace almost got the equaliser just before half-time as Ismaila Sarr fires a shot into the bottom corner, but Alisson makes an important save to parry the ball away for half-time. In the second half, Liverpool started the half just like they did with the first half, created a couple of chances, one with Van Dijk hitting the perfect pass towards Mohamed Salah, who was in front of goal, but Henderson makes the crucial block. Then moments later, Liverpool have a free kick. Trent hits a sublime set piece and finds Jota with pinpoint accuracy. He's got a free header. Unfortunately, he completely miscued it. For me, he should have scored and probably could have got a hat-trick in this fixture. After that, the game changed for me. Liverpool seemed to have taken a foot off the pedal, and Palace gained a bit of momentum. They picked up pace and started playing better football with more fluidity in their passing. And they almost got the equaliser. Substitute Mateta holds the ball up, lays it off to Nketiah. He shoots first time, but thankfully hits it straight at the keeper. Palace have another chance as Eze hits a thunderous shot from the edge of the box. Alisson parries it away for a corner kick, and they almost score from the set piece. Interesting technique as Chalobah volleys towards the goal, but Alisson pushes the ball away from the danger to deny Palace yet again. But during that phase of play, there was a penalty shout as Van Dijk appeared to have pulled Guehi's arm with force to ground. VAR reviewed the incident and believed that it was not enough to award a penalty. And I have to be honest, I do agree with that decision. Yes, there was contact from Van Dijk on Guehi as he pretty much was holding his arm for a few seconds. But Guehi was never going to get on the end of that ball as Alisson pushes the ball away from the goal. So for me, there was no chance of the player receiving that ball, so therefore it's not a penalty. Alisson at that stage was really saving Liverpool, making countless saves, but his afternoon was cut short after he picked up a hamstring injury, which is such a shame. He had to vacate the pitch, and that meant a debut for Czech Republic goalkeeper Jaros, as Kelleher was not selected for the squad. So a huge moment for the youngster, and he was pretty much tested quite early as Palace hit Liverpool on the counter. Eze is through on goal. Unfortunately for him, he hits it straight at the keeper. Huge opportunity, and I think he should have done better in my opinion. Palace produced another counter-attack through Mateta. He goes through on goal, but Jaros times his run and claims the ball fantastically well. Good decision making from the keeper to leave his goal line early and make that interception. And that wraps up the game. Overall, not the best of performances from Liverpool, as I don't believe they capitalized on the possession and the number of chances that they created, especially in the first half where we had an abundance of corner kicks. These type of games and oppositions are the ones that we need to kill off if Liverpool are to be considered as serious title contenders, because for me, we were not ruthless in front of goal. One of Arne Slot's phrases is that he likes his teams to kill the opposition with passes, or I'd rather kill them with goals. That's how we'll win games, and that's how we'll win silverware going forward. But I'll look at the positive. And for me, the positive was that this type of games we've lost in the past, especially against a Palace team at Selhurst Park. So we did enough to hold on and get the win. And we have to give some credit to Crystal Palace, who showed some fight in the second half. They'll be fine, in my opinion, in terms of their league status. They just need to get that first win and keep the ball rolling from there onwards. On to the next fixture. Man City versus Fulham, which ended 3-2. Fulham started the game in flying colours as they created the first opportunity through a counter-attack. Adama Traore is through on goal, but Ederson makes a crucial block to deny him. But then Fulham opened the scoreline with a great team goal. The assist from Raul Jimenez was outrageous. He pretty much backheels it towards Pereira, who scores from close range with a sliding finish. They should have extended the lead as Adama Traore has another chance from close range, but this time he lifts the ball over the crossbar, and then City get the equaliser just before half-time as Kovacic smashes the ball into the back of the net. Slight deflection from Anderson on the way in, but then in the second half, City took the lead through Kovacic once again. This time it was a clean strike from the outside of the box and into the bottom corner to make it 2-1. Adama Traore has another chance as he goes through on goal, but Ederson yet again makes another important save for City. Traore probably could have had a hat-trick by that moment. Doku then extends the lead for City as he cuts in from the left flank and smashes the ball into the top corner. Great finish from the Belgian winger. Fulham get a consolation goal through Muniz. Lovely first touch from the striker, and then he smashes it past Ederson to score Fulham's second goal. So overall, City just did enough to get the victory. I actually think Fulham deserved the win. They created a number of chances, especially Adama Traore. With all that power and pace, he just lacked the composure to finish his close range opportunities. Fulham, for me, were unlucky not to at least get a point as they were fantastic in this game. On to the next fixture. Arsenal versus Southampton. Cameron Archer opens the scoreline for Southampton on the counter-attack. Great run from the left-hand side. He cuts in and hits a low shot into the bottom corner to give Southampton the surprise lead. But then Arsenal respond through Kai Havertz, who hits a great shot from the outside of the box, posting in to make it 1-1. Great pass from Saka with the assist. And then Saka becomes provider once again as he hits a lovely pass from the right flank towards Martinelli, who hits a low shot towards the near post to make it 2-1. Southampton had a couple of chances to get the equaliser, but it was the man of the moment, Saka, who got involved in the third goal. This time, he actually gets on the score sheet as Arsenal hit Southampton on the counter-attack. Trossard drives with the ball. He's blocked by Sugawara, but he didn't realise that Saka was creeping on the other side of the striker. He reacts from the loose ball, and Saka slots the ball into the bottom corner with his right foot. A great win for the Gunners, who were trailing at first, but due to Southampton's leaky defence, no huge surprise that Arsenal walked away with all 3 points. Arsenal remain in first place, currently joint points with Man City, who are in second place. Next fixture now. This one definitely raised a few eyebrows, not because Brighton won, just of the magnitude of the win and how Brighton won in the end, to be fair. Spurs opened the scoreline through Brennan Johnson, and what a start he's had to the season. That's his 6th goal in a row. Great through ball from Solanke for that finish there. Spurs then extend the lead as Madison places his shot into the bottom corner, but poor goalkeeping from Verbruggen, who should have saved it as the ball rolled underneath him. Spurs were flying high as it was half-time in the second half. Brighton were a different kettle of fish as they took the lead through a neat finish from Yankuba Minte. Udogie with a poor attempt of a clearance. Lovely cross from Mitoma on the left-hand side. Mitoma then becomes provider once again as he feds the ball to Ruta, who does well to get past two players and he smashes it low with his left foot. Ruta then becomes provider for Brighton's winner as he showed great determination to chase the ball before it went past the goal line. His sliding cross goes towards the danger zone and Danny Welbeck applies a leaping header to seal the win for the Seagulls. One end to the game as Brighton were trailing 2-0 at half-time. Unfortunately for Tottenham, they did what they normally do. Unfortunately, they bottled it. And you could tell by Andy's reaction after the game, he was simply in disbelief. Now, let's give credit where it's due. Well done to Brighton, who showed fantastic attitude and for me deserved the win in the end. On to the next fixture. Not a lot to talk about in this one. Aston Villa versus Manchester United ended goalless. We'll discuss some of the key moments of the game. Rashford had the first opportunity from the left wing, but his shot was punched away by Martinez. Rodgers, who's been in great form recently for Villa, almost opens the score sheet from inside the box, but his shot just misses the target. Rashford has another crack on goal, but his effort goes over the bar. Tielemans has a shot from distance, but Onana makes the save to parry the ball away. Big talking point of the game is Rashford's foul on Leon Bailey. Rashford had just received a yellow card before that challenge. For me, he got very lucky there. Should have been a second yellow for the United attacker. He should have been sent off. Moments later, Bruno Fernandes goes very close to scoring a goal through a free kick, but unfortunately, his effort rattles the top of the crossbar. Towards the latter stages of this game, Villa were very close to grabbing the winner through Philogen's shot, but Dalot makes the important save to gift his team a point. This is United's worst ever start ever to a Premier League season, and at this stage, it doesn't look like things will change. It's been more than 3 years since Ten Hag's appointment, and the team still don't have any identity. Big question is, will he remain at Manchester United? I think he will, to be honest. Ten Hag forever. Now, to the other games, let's talk about Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. Chelsea thought they broke the deadlock in the first half as Cole Palmer applied a shot that hit a defender, and then that ball went through the keeper's legs, and somehow the keeper managed to claim the ball before it went past the goal line. A very bizarre shot, to be fair. I think Cole Palmer would have been satisfied if it had gone in, but yeah, it didn't go in for him. In the second half, that's where all the action happened. I mean, literally, because there was a bit of a scuffle towards the end of the game. Chris Wood gave Forest the lead with a sliding finish. He's been in great scoring form, as that's his fourth goal this season. Madueke gets the equalizer as he cuts infield, hits a low shot that just about creeps into the bottom corner. Ward-Prowse, unfortunately, commits a professional foul, and I say that with quote marks, which led to a red card. Both teams produced a number of chances between them, but in the end, they have to settle for a point each. Chelsea have a big game coming up after the international break, as they'll be facing Liverpool, which is one that I'm certainly looking forward to. On to the next fixture. Look at the scoreline there. Brentford 5, Wolves 3. It ended up being an 8-goal thriller at the G-Tech Community Stadium. So let's go through all the goals. Brentford centre-back Collins finds himself in an attacking position to score with a header. Cunha then gets the equaliser for Wolves with a nice finish, but then Collins screams as he falls to ground, and Brentford are awarded a penalty. A bit theatrical from Collins there, but he still got the penalty kick, and Bremer steps up and scores it with complete ease. Wolves striker Larson gets the equaliser with a fantastic instinctive finish. Norgard extends the lead for Brentford with his strike. Pinnock then makes it 3-2 with 3 headers of poor defending from Wolves there. And Fabio Carvalho gets Brentford 5th goal. I think that's his first goal for the club as well. And Nouri gets the 3rd goal for Wolves as a consolation. Crazy game, but it's not the first time that Wolves have leaked so many goals in one game. This will be a huge concern for Gary O'Neill and his team, something they need to fix and improve on going forward. Next fixture, West Ham versus Ipswich Town, which ended 4-1 to the Hammers. Looks like Lopetegui has given himself some breathing space after this win against Ipswich Town. Antonio opens the scoreline with a neat finish in the first half. Ipswich get the equaliser through Liam Delap. He certainly hit that shot with pure power, but you have to question Areola, who got a hand to the ball, but should have parried it away completely, in my opinion. Kudus scores a close-range header just before half-time to give the Hammers the lead in the second half. Bowen scores a fantastic goal from the right channel to make it 3-1. He then becomes provider for the 4th goal as he hits a low cross with the outside of his foot to find Paqueta, who probably scored the easiest goal of his career, literally 1 yard away, and taps it in to make it 4-1. Big win for the Hammers. Hopefully that can springboard their season going forward. Next fixture, Leicester City versus Bournemouth, which ended 1-0, and that is the Foxes' first win of the season. The goal came in the first half as Buonanotte drives with the ball, jinks past the defender, and hits the roof of the net. Fantastic strike from the midfielder. Bournemouth were very close to getting an equaliser through Cook's header that hits the outside of the post. Bournemouth thought they got the equaliser from Cook's free kick, but it was ruled out as Evanilson was in an offside position. Leicester managed to climb out of the relegation zone now, and they have moved up to 15th place. And the last fixture of match week 7 is Everton versus Newcastle. Goalless at Goodison Park. Guimaraes thought he got the opener, but his shot was cleared off the line by Ndoye. Doucouré hits a fantastic header and hits the back of the net, but unfortunately his goal was ruled out for offside. Then there was a moment of madness as Tarkowski throws Tonali to the ground and a penalty is awarded to Newcastle. Former Evertonian Anthony Gordon steps up and his shot is saved by Pickford, and the crowd certainly enjoyed that, with the former Blue being denied the goal. And then moments later, Anthony Gordon has another chance to score, but instead of heading the ball towards the goal, he tried to lay off to another Newcastle player. Wrong decision for me. Should have gone for goal himself. Everton thought they should have had a penalty as Byrne fouls Calvert-Lewin in the box, but that's not how it happened. Calvert-Lewin ended up kicking Byrne, who tried to make the crucial block, so it was the right decision from VAR not to award a penalty. Gordon has another swipe on goal at the crucial stages of the game to grab the winner. He smashes it over the bar. Not his day at all. And both teams walk away with a point each. So that is the match week 7 review. Now, before we go on to do the match week 8 predictions, it's only right that we present the FPL Manager of the Week. And that goes to Chris Barnett, and his team is called Savannah Stories. And he managed to gain 79 points, which is a decent tally to be fair. So well done to Chris. And that's definitely helped you move up the table. In terms of my performance, I got a very low score of 41 points. And that means I've dropped to 61st in the league. So I need to fix up fast. So let's swiftly move on and let me present the FPL top 10 so we can see if there's any changes in the league. So we do have a new leader around. So Melissa Morris has been in that first spot here and there, but she's claimed it again. She is in top spot with 57 points. Richard Ponsa, he's dropped to second in the league. Godwin Kusi, King of Fancies, in third place. Vamshi Chanuri has moved up to fourth. Emmanuel Babalola has moved down to fifth. Mama Kambamba has moved down to sixth. Jason Ndifang has moved up to seventh position. Handy Abda has dropped to eighth. Kedar Mesut has moved up to ninth place. and Ibrahim Omar has moved to 10th position. So that's the current top 10 of the FPL. As I mentioned to you guys earlier on, I'm here, 61st. So yeah, embarrassing from my point of view. What we'll do now is we will present the fixtures of match week 8. I know it's in 2 weeks' time, but it's customary for me to do that as part of the show. So let's have a look. So the first game is Spurs versus West Ham. Now, West Ham obviously won 4-1 in this week against Ipswich Town. Spurs embarrassingly lost. And, the phrase bottle it certainly rings around in terms of how they lost. So in this fixture, I think Spurs will go back to winning ways due to the fact that it's at home. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for Tottenham. It'll be very helpful if I actually present the fixtures in front of you. There you go. And Fulham versus West Ham. Aston Villa. That's going to be a really good fixture. Fulham have been in great form so far this season, and so have Aston Villa. I think this will be a draw. I'm going to go for a 1-1 result. Ipswich Town versus Everton. For some reason, I can see goals in this game. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Manchester United versus Brentford at Old Trafford. I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to say it's a 1-1 result. Newcastle versus Brighton. I think Brighton might just get the win here. I think they're going to win 2-1. Southampton versus Leicester City. I think that'd be a draw. I think that'd be a 1-1 result. And Bournemouth versus Arsenal. I think Arsenal will win 3-1. And on to the Sunday fixtures. Wolves versus Man City. Man City will win 3-0. Liverpool versus Chelsea. This will be a big test for Liverpool as they've got Chelsea, then they've got a Champions League fixture, and then they've got Arsenal in back-to-back fixtures. So it'll be interesting to see how they do in the month of October. For this fixture, I'm going for a 2-0 victory to Liverpool. I'm quite confident about us getting a win. Clean sheet would be nice as well, but I think the victory will definitely be coming to Anfield. And the last fixture on Monday night, Nottingham Forest versus Palace. I'm going to predict for Palace to get their first win of the season, and it's going to be a 1-0 result. So that is my match week 8 predictions, and that is also the end of the show. So thank you so much for tuning, everyone. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. In terms of upcoming content, I'll be doing some FC25 shows this week as it's international break. Not much to sort of preview in terms of upcoming Premier League games. So we'll be doing our first episode tomorrow. As you know, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'll be doing a Liverpool career mode on FC25. So make sure to tune in for that one. Whether you're a Liverpool fan or not, you can get involved and help me with suggestions of players to sign and players to sell, so I can master up the perfect squad going into a new season on FC25. And then we'll have another show to continue that on Thursday night. And that will be all the shows for this week. So yeah, feel free to join in. It will take place at 10 p.m. tomorrow, UK time. So yeah, make sure to look out for that. So hit that notification bell. Also follow me at OZZWRLD on Instagram for all the latest updates. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, stay safe, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.